Hello and welcome back to episode 24 of St Albans FC. Take to the skies. We're back in the end of March. We have just 7 games to go to the end of the season, and we are in a shout of a playoff spot. So since you were last with us when we did lose the 2 games, first to Wrexham and then Morecambe, we then bounced back with a 1-0 win against Chesterfield. We had a pretty convincing 3-1 win against Kings Lynn where they just got an 88th minute goal that didn't really mean anything. And then most recently we had a 1-1 draw with Boreham Wood. So today we're going to be playing Hartlepool and Halifax Town. 2 very different teams. Hartlepool, one of the teams in the top 7. They're well ahead of us. They're quite secure in the top 7. We're very much on the peripherals. And then we've got Halifax Town who are in the relegation zone. Let's go and play Hartlepool. But before we do, if you are enjoying the series, please do leave a like. Comment as well how you think we're going to end this season. Are we going to make the playoffs? And subscribe if you're enjoying the series. Let's go and play against Hartlepool. And the lineup for today's game, we've got Parks in goal. A back four of Harper, Mensah, Forrester and Sanders. Thomas is in the holding midfield. Then we've got Napa on the right, Pett in the middle, Matthews in the number 10, Coley on the left, and Rush up front. I really wish they would have that display in the same way every time, because it always catches me out, and it's always on camera that it catches me out. Probably because I don't need to read it out otherwise. So we kick off today. Hartlepool, as I mentioned, they're in this top 7. They're quite secure there. So we are against a good team today. And we need a very good performance if we're going to get anything out of this. But overall, it's been a great first season considering how it started as well. The change in formation really was the making of us this year. And I'm thinking next year we can... it's early on. Hartlepool hit the post and Mensah just clears it out for a corner. Ball comes back in. Thomas heads away well. This is a bit of a weakened team because you haven't got Ballantyne in the holding midfield. You haven't got Adebayo in the centre backs. They're all just a bit knackered, quite honestly. So we're just trying to rotate a bit. Probably could have done with them more for this game than the Halifax game. But on the flip side, the Halifax game's probably more winnable. So maybe you take your chances of getting the better result there. They weren't fit to start this game, so that's more of why. As ball comes in from the right, but heads away by Thomas again. Ball comes back in and Parks comes and claims that one. And he's going to go long over the top of the defence, trying to help Rush get on the end of it, but he's not able to. And then that was a bit of a mistake from Thomas leaving that holding position to miss the header. And the ball in behind, Molyneux gets the goal for Hartlepool. And really, you'd say Thomas probably should have won that header and prevented a lot of that. And then he's got himself out of position. And then Harper at the back post wasn't alert to the ball in like Molyneux was. And it's a fantastic goal from Hartlepool, really. We're now very close to half time. We've got a late highlight, which always makes me nervous, especially when we give the ball away 5 seconds into it. Sanders heads it away. Matthews sends it back to Thomas. Long ball forward. Does not reach anyone. You wouldn't think we're on short passing the way they lump the ball forward like that. Forrester again lumping it forward. Ball comes back at us. Hutchinson brings it down. Crawford tries to get a crossing, but it is blocked. Falls back to Shelton. Back to Bird, who's able to go back to Lindo. Ball forward. Mensah heads away to Napa on the right hand side. He's got a chance to break away. Ball through towards Coley, who's got a chance here. Shoots and it's into the side netting. Had so much potential to be a better finish than that, but unfortunately doesn't happen. And at half-time we are 1-0 down and struggling a little bit to get into this game. But in a way, I'm not too bothered. We're now safe in the league, like officially. I know it's looked very good for a while, but now it's official. So that in itself is a massive relief. And a ball in behind has found Molyneux. He lays it off to Hutchinson to make it 2-0. I think perhaps we need to replace Parks during this next transfer window. And Adeboele really needs to be starting as many games as we can. He is far and away our best centre-back at the moment. With Wiltshire on for Napa and Samuels on up front. But I think this has been a great building year. Yeah, we've worked out a formation that works in this division. If we can now improve the personnel playing in that formation, then really we're probably going to be set for promotion within a year or two, I would say. If we can spend 2, maybe 3 years at this level, it allows us to strengthen correctly and get ourselves in a position where we're ready to go up. Like I say, as we go down 2-0 to Hartlepool, if we somehow had a miracle run through the playoffs and got into League 2, we would just get absolutely torn apart there. So I want to finish as high as possible because you should always want to, but I'd be fine with not finishing in the playoffs. Let's go and see how we do against Halifax, though, where far more likely we should be getting a win there. The lineup for the game against Halifax sees more of our usual lineup. Adeboele, Chanel and Longello join back in the back four alongside Harper and Parks. Ballantyne is the holding midfielder. Wise returns in midfield. Napa, Matthews remain the same, as does Coley and Rush. So it is mostly the back half of the team that has changed. But of course, still going to make a massive difference for us today, I hope. And I would hope today we're going to see a win against this Halifax team who are struggling in the league. They're well off safety. So I would hope we can put a couple of goals in and really make a statement today. We've got a free kick from deep with Matthews. Ball goes in. Rushes on the end of it, but he is offside. Thought he was as it was kicked. And lo and behold, I was right. And yeah, he's just gone a little bit too early. But a very nice idea. And proof that we can be dangerous in this game. Although the only bit of proof, because so far we've had one shot. And at half time, it has been a rather dull game. When between the two teams, you've had a half of football with 0.2 of a goal, then it's not been great, has it? Let's try making some changes on our side and see if we can make a difference. We're going to demand more. And we're now past the hour mark. Still no more shots from either side. Drake Flanagan is going to go on in midfield for ourselves. And Coley with a corner here. Sends it in. Adeboele heads just past the far post. And that was very close to being the opening goal. But it's really not been a classic, to say the least. We're going to bring Coley off, swap him and Napa, and then Wiltshire can come on there. And Samuels can go on up front for Rush for the last 10 minutes or so. This has been a dreadful game. Well, that might be the shortest 2-game episode I've ever recorded. And that might be the shortest game I've ever recorded. That was as dull as you can get. Let's go and see where we're coming back. And we will come back for the end of the season. We'll come back for Yeovil and Torquay. We might even just do Torquay, depending on what we're actually playing for. Maybe Torquay and a season review. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like. Comment down below how you think we're going to end the season. And subscribe if you are enjoying the series. Thank you very much for watching.